Welcome back to my channel, guys. I thought I would do another video for you. So a few of you have asked me when my next YouTube video was coming out, and honestly I was gonna wait till Germany to like post, start posting. I had a really good suggestion from one of the guys, Shay, at the gym. He was saying, just vlog how your prep's been going, like, we want to know. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So this prep, I haven't posted anything. I'm sure some people may have noticed I haven't been posting my lifts. I just wanted to try something different, honestly. I wanted to, post more fun things, if that makes sense. I felt like this prep is like way less pressure. Sometimes when you post your lifts or your top sets, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but I've been through this a couple times where, I'm like, I gotta hit this number at this RPE, so when I post it, it looks like it's this RPE and all that stuff. And it's just that pressure of having to hit that lift. And I find that like this prep, I haven't had that pressure because I haven't been posting any of my lifts pretty much. So I love that. I love it. So physically during this prep, I did injure my wrist, my right side, doing lateral raises. Don't even ask me how. It's just a sign, you just gotta lock in, especially for accessories, and I obviously didn't lock in properly. So yeah, I did injure. I sprained my wrist, and it affected my bench a lot. It's still a bit sore. Not as sore as it was when I injured it like a couple months ago. So it has affected my bench. But we move on. It's life, as an athlete you gotta, keep your head up. I laugh about it now, but at the time when I heard it, oh man, I was bawling my eyes out. Even like yesterday, Monday, so a couple of days ago, I went for my top set bench, which I've hit for doubles before, and I just couldn't get it up, and I like literally wanted to cry. I was like, oh my gosh, to my coach Jacob, I was like, oh my gosh, like what's wrong? Like I just everything. I'm 2 weeks out. I literally leave next Sunday to Germany for Worlds, and I'm 2 weeks out. Like this is the last thing I wanted to happen. After that session, I just locked back in, got my RDLs, got the rest of my session done. And then I felt better. I was just like, you know what? We've done the work. The strength is there. Just gotta, just trust in it. Trust in God. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. So very just it's out of my hands. Can't do anything about it. Just hope it shows up on comp day. So yeah, physically wise, that's probably the only mishap that I've had this prep. Mentally, I would say it's pretty good, I had a podcast with Chloe last week, and we spoke a lot about I spoke a lot about mentally, how I dealt mentally with the past worlds I've been to. So I've been to Malta in 2023. That was my first worlds, IPF worlds. I did Lithuania last year in 2024, and this will be my third worlds in Germany. So I spoke a lot about how last year mentally I just wasn't all there, and it's nice to like look back on that. Just looking back at that experience, it's like I've come a long way mentally to where I am now. And I feel like if I hadn't had gone through that like struggle and those downs mentally last year, I wouldn't be the person I am right now. So yeah, it's a good thing. At the time it's never good, but at that time, right now I feel like, it was good. I went through that. It's made me stronger, as an athlete. Not just physically, but, mentally as well. One thing that I find different to this world compared to the past two would obviously be like, I know what to expect. I've done it twice already, so I know what the goal is. Like, nothing should really surprise me because I've done it before. I'm just excited to have fun. And that's something that I kind of wish I didn't forget last year during Lithuania was the reason why I did powerlifting, and the reason why was because I love having fun. I did the sport because it was fun. And I think when you get to that level of like experience or like being an athlete, you get to a certain level where it's just like, it's very competitive and it's very serious. And like me, like I can be a serious person, but a lot of me is a lot like joking and having fun, and like it's hard for me to be fully serious because I gotta have fun. I've gotta laugh about something, you know? Yeah, I think going into this Worlds this year is more like just enjoying it again, kind of like my Malta experience. Like I had so much fun in Malta because it was obviously my first Worlds comp. No expectations. Like I think I was ranked like in nominations, I think I was ranked like 7th. Yeah, 7th. No one knew who I was. Literally the funniest thing in Malta, I went to weigh in and Jacob was with me, and we went to put in our attempts, right? And me and Jacob's like plan was to open up on a world record deadlift. So the world record back then was 257.5. We went to open on 258, and the refs, when they were writing it down, they were like, okay, yep, open up for deadlifts. And I'm like, 258. And she was like, you can't do that. And Jacob's like, we can. And she's like, that's a world record. And he was like, yeah, I know. And she's like, you're opening on a world record? So funny. It was so funny. I was just like, yeah. No one knew who I was, and I like it that way. But obviously, you know, a lot more eyes on me now, breaking the world record in 2023 and last year. Now I'm having to take my world record back by Brett, from my good friend Brett from Canada. It'll be a really cool battle, and I'm really excited for that. It's funny because my deadlift battles happen at Worlds, and that's where I'm just more excited for, is because I'm like, I have people to battle with, and it pushes me, and I like that push. Like I need that push to like push through the limits of like that no other woman has done. So being the first to like attempt these weights and all of that, it's just like, it's crazy, and I have to like get that motivation from like within me. For example, Sunita squatted 300. No other woman has done that ever. For me, I can look at that and be like, that's my motivation. If Sunita can do it, I can do it, you know? She squatted 300, like I can one day in the far future squat 300. But like, do you know what I mean? No one's in the IPF has ever attempted a 300 deadlift. That's no motivation. I have to find that motivation from within me to be like, I'm going to be the first to deadlift 300 kilos at the IPF. And yeah, it's just something cool to look forward to, I guess. And it actually reminds me of like, I have this tattoo here. You probably can't read it, but it says, surpass your limits. And that's one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite animes. And it just reminds me, like, surpass your limits. Like, there's no limit. For me, for deadlifts, there is no limit. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm a bit delusional, or like I'm a bit crazy to think like, you know, I can go and do that. I think I just back myself a lot. I have a lot of people that really back me and support me, that always speak positive thoughts to me. They believe in me, and I think that's what drives me to be like, yeah, I can do it. So some of you may have seen, but last year in November, I did a deadlift only comp, and it was like just an expo comp. I went out for I think it was my second attempt. I can't remember. I went out for my lift, was meant to be 272.5, and it actually was misloaded. They had, not naming any names, but a couple boys from my gym accidentally misloaded the bar, and it was 322.5, I'm pretty sure. Went out there, didn't even like think, like, don't even look at the bar. Like, look, honestly, I don't I'm kind of blind. If you know me, you know I'm blind. I can't see that far. So the last thing I'm doing is counting how many red plates. I can't even see the red plates. So I'm walking out there and like, you know, going for it, set up, attempt to lift it. I get it probably to like my shins, drop it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so heavy. Like, what's wrong with me? I've done 272 before so many times. Like, what? Like, have I lost my strength? Am I weak now? Walked off the platform and then realized, oh my gosh, the bar was misloaded by like 50 kilos. And I'm like, okay, I'm not weak, but like, what the hell? I just attempted like 322.5. Like, what? Funny thing. But you know what's funnier is that, to me, if I hadn't had touched that weight, I wouldn't have attempted 304 at nationals. I feel like it's just a mental thing. After that comp, I was kind of down, but then I think about it, I'm like, I'm really glad I touched that weight. 300 is like, if I could get 322.5 to my shins, I can deadlift 300. I narrowly missed out on 3 or 4 at nationals, which was my goal to obviously touch 300, but to try and win overall as well as first place in my weight class. But just attempting it, and I was just so close to lockout, like that close. I just couldn't move, honestly. I got it up, like up to my thighs, and just lockout. Like if I tried to force the lockout, I would have hitched it. I mean, like I could have, but it just wasn't moving. And like looking back at it, obviously I was upset that I didn't get it, but I'm like, man, if this was me, like back in like Lithuania, when I broke the record with 273 kilos, like never did I think I'll be trying to pull like 30 kilos more than at nationals. It's crazy, but like it's just in here. How you think mentally has a lot to do with your lifting, and so it's really important to like make sure you're mentally locked in as well as physically. You know, physically, yes, of course, but for me, mentally is what plays a lot. So yeah, excited. Hopefully pull something big in a couple of weeks time. We'll see. So yeah, that's pretty much how I've been feeling this prep, and how I'm feeling leading into last heavies next week and then flying out on Sunday. Yeah, maybe I'll do like a recap after comp or something. I think there'll be the time to do a recap. I'll recap after Germany, how my experience was and everything. But I'll be vlogging. I'll vlog every day pretty much, or I'll try to. And I'll try to post it when I can. So yeah, very exciting. Yeah, so thanks for tuning into my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below. But yeah, thank you guys.